The blow to the bloc is according to a survey from political research firm INSA, which quizzed 1,070 voters from March 20 to 21 for German magazine Focus. It showed that 65% of respondents believed Germany would transfer more money to Brussels after the UK leaves the EU in March 29, 2019. Nearly a fifth, 19.8%, said they agreed with a higher contribution from the country, while 6.5% had no opinion at all. However, the respondents who oppose the higher contributions are from voters of the far right-wing party Alternative for Germany, AfD, the main opposition to German Chancellor Angela Merkel's centre-right Christian Democratic Union, CDU, party. GETTYGerman citizens are opposing higher contributions to the EU budget. More than 4/5, 81.9%, of AfD voters oppose the move, followed by supporters of the FDP, 68.3%, and the Left Party, 66.8%, nearly 6 in 10, 59.9%, Social Democrat, SPD, supporters are opposed to more payments to Brussels, but the survey found that just 25.7% of those quizzed support a higher contribution to the EU. The findings come after Mrs. Merkel last month promised to give more money to the EU in a bid to help plug the black hole in the bloc's budget, in a move that was seen as her bowing to her federalist coalition allies, the SPD. However, the Chancellor did stick to her guns and insist Germany would not accept the prospect of sharing the European debt without gains in competitiveness. Angela Merkel has promised to give more money to the EU to help plug the hole in the bloc's budget. She said, "We have made it clear in our coalition agreement that we are ready to provide more money for the EU budget." Mrs. Merkel also suggested that other countries' debt could also be mutualized if other EU members improve their competitiveness. The Chancellor said, "What is not on is to confuse liability and responsibility, or to simply mutualize debts without becoming competitive. A mutualization would mean a transfer of peripheral fiscal risks and obligations from the EU to a national government's balance sheet, which may result in tax increases." Gunther Oettinger had said it would cost Germany additional payments of up to €3.50 billion last month. Focus also published a report that estimated that the UK's exit from the EU would cost Germany up to €7 billion per year, citing people familiar with the processes at the Federal Ministry of Finance. The cost estimates to Germany for the period following Brexit takes into account the German contribution, which compensate for the missing €14 billion after the UK's planned exit from the EU. Experts also included the end of the rebate system for payments by member states to the EU in their calculations. This is double the additional payments of €3 billion to €3.5 billion that EU Budget Commissioner Gunther Oettinger had set out in February.